Welcome everyone to Wind Reel and Print. My name is Kevin,
And my name's Ryan.
and we're your co-hosts for today. Well, for all the days actually, I think. For most of them at least.
Exactly,
Uh,
yes.
yeah. We're here back in the studio. Well, not really, but this metaphorical studio, the virtual
Yeah.
studio.
The virtual studio,
Yeah.
yes.
Here to record an episode about the new Frankenstein by Guillermo del Toro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hadn't really planned to do this as an episode. It probably would have been, intelligent of us to like drop it on Halloween or something like that,
Yeah.
which would have been perfect. But we both kind of watched it on our own and it kind
Yeah.
of felt like, we had a separate meeting and it was like, wait a second, there's a lot to say about this.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, we
Like
should
we
we
can
should
put
chat.
this into a thing, yeah.
Yeah, why not? And so I also have a feeling you'll probably see more of this kind of style for our video listeners,
Hmm.
just so that we can kind of keep some of these like fast ones going too.
Yeah.
Because I definitely
Because
wanted to talk about these.
yeah, we're always watching movies, like keeping up with like new stuff. So I feel like there's always like opportunities to kind of fit those into like the
Yeah,
conversations we normally have. And like obviously Frankenstein is gonna relate to a lot of things that we've kind of talked about already. Um, but yeah, I mean, I have a lot to say about this movie. Like, yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I guess
Yeah,
like for the
yeah.
audience, like for one, it's Frankenstein. I don't even know if we real how much we need to get into what Frankenstein is. I feel like you guys have an idea what Frankenstein is. You got a doctor, you got a monster.
Yeah,
And we also kind of know the themes of
right,
Frankenstein just out of the gate. And I think this film is certainly isn't straying away from that. It's not
right,
reimagining what those themes are. It's saying a lot of those, but I think
right.
it injects a little more sentimentality into it,
Mhm.
and the classic Del Toro humanizing of the monsters.
Right.
That's
The
the Del Toro
romance.
promise for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Yeah, he's obviously gonna he has his flavor added to this kind of like lexicon of like Frankenstein lore and everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess from for the rap discussion, like what's your experience with Frankenstein? Have you seen
yeah.
other Frankenstein movies? Obviously, we've seen Poor Things, so that's gonna be somewhat relatable, but like yeah, do you have like a affinity for the Frankenstein?
For Mr. Frank, Mr.
Yeah,
Frankie.
Mr.
That's a
Frankie.
great question. I don't even know, like I don't even know if I've like really seriously sat down and watched like the Universal Monster Frankenstein,
Yeah,
like top to bottom.
the OG
I
one.
don't even think I had done that with Dracula until our vampire movie episode.
Right.
So there's room to do that. Yeah, I don't think like yeah, I think probably like most people have gotten it just through osmosis. It's like such a huge thing. I learned a lot about more about like the actual like what like I didn't realize how early it came out. Like
Yeah.
the early 1800s. I thought it was like later 1800s that the
Oh, the
book came out.
book.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
book.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which is kind of surprising when you think of it. There's definitely like this Victorian
Hmm.
thing put on it, and this was pre-Victorian, which is kind of interesting
Mm.
to think about. But not even Del Toro throws in the Victorian because that's his style.
Style.
And
Yeah.
even the movie, like the time jumps and stuff, like 1855, I think was like one of the, like it's getting more like a little bit later, which wasn't necessarily
Sure.
what the book was. But yeah, no, I think
You've
that
read the book? Sorry.
no, I have not
You
read the
said.
book.
Okay, okay.
I went on Wikipedia
I see, I see. You did
and
a
saw
hunt.
that.
I
Uh,
see.
but yeah, no. So I kind of know I as well as probably most people. I am also just totally generalizing the population with everything I've said so far, but I think I am one of many. All
That
thought
happens.
Frankenstein was
Oh, the
like
monster.
the monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
A pretty common misconception. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then, oh, I guess the biggest Frankenstein, Young Frankenstein. That was like
Mm.
the really, I watched that a lot growing up. So the comedic
That's
Mel
Mel
Brooks,
Brooks, yeah.
yep, and Gene Wilder in the leading role.
Right.
So that, and then I'll say the other one, Franken Thumb. I don't know. Did you ever watch the Thumb movies?
No.
Oh, okay. For our listeners, if
Can't
you
say that
have,
I
raise your
have.
hand. Um, but Steve Odekirk, I think is the guy's name. He made a bunch of movies like pre-internet, like YouTube days, um, with like all of
Oh,
these different like parodies on famous movies. So like The God Thumb, The Thumb Wars, Thumbtanic, um, and a bunch of these. And you could get, I mean, I think they were like 15 minutes long, 20 minutes, 30
bat
minutes.
thumb.
Bat Thumb. They're a lot of fun. I love
There are a lot
them.
of thumb,
Whoa. It's those kind of puns that you'd find
the
in a
Blair
thumb
thumb.
movie. Yeah. Oh, the Blair thumb. Yes, that was a good one. Yes. Um, yeah. So I used to have
Uh,
all of those and really enjoyed it. So Franken Thumb as well was
Frank and thumb, yep, is
yeah.
on there.
But he did that movie Kung Pao. Do you remember that
And
one?
Barnyard.
Oh, Barnyard.
Oh,
Did you
he
ever watch Kung Pao?
directed. No, I can't. Nope. This is
It
not
took
my.
like a I don't know how much of this is true, but at least back in the day, like it uses this is true. It uses like a totally separate film and then like superimposes, maybe that's the wrong word, but puts Steve Odekirk's character in it in like
Uh,
this old kung fu film. Um
what the
and it
fuck?
turns it into a comedy film. Um it's
Okay.
very strange. We might have to go down this path one of these days.
This,
I
yeah,
realized
it
I
sounds
just
fun.
yeah, it's just kind of different and interesting, but um
It's
I've
like
always
that one
hmm,
dude, Breen.
oh, Neil Breen?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes,
Kind of
yes.
right. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like.
It's done better than Breen for sure. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah, it's in that vein.
Sure, sure.
Um, but yeah, I think I've always kind of had an affinity for parody movies. It might be like
Sure.
that kind
Closer
of like
to
leans
your.
into comedy a little bit, but I think that those sorts of things have always been my favorite. Mel Brooks movies,
Right, right,
the Thumb movies. I really like the original Scary movies when I was younger,
right.
um, and things like that. And so I think that's kind of where my kind of like thoughts on movies come from.
Sure.
Wow, you asked me if I had experience with
Eh.
Frankenstein, and this is what I came up with. Um,
It's a
what
good
about you?
answer.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
about
that
you?
answer is better than my answer.
What's yours? Short and sweet.
No.
No.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've seen any. It's just like I mean, I know like the cultural references and I know like the
Yeah.
story. It's kind of like a Pandora's box sort of mythology thing, and
Yeah.
there's like a creation myth to it. Um, poor things. I feel like is as far as it goes for me. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I didn't watch the original. I didn't read the book. And I haven't seen any of those other properties. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yep.
just like I think it's like like King Kong
Mm,
or whatever the other ones that like Dracula. It's just like so embellished or like entwined into our cultural like language that like
yeah.
you don't need you haven't seen it, but you know like all the things and stuff. And like I mean, I guess I've talked about it in class because it's a it's probably something to reference or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. For me, I guess I don't know, maybe a segue, but like
Mm,
I feel like from my understanding of Frankenstein, right, and my understanding of Guillermo del Toro, it did feel like the perfect thing for him, and I guess it's always been a dream project for him
yeah.
to kind of do. So there, I don't know, there was a lot of anticipation for this movie in particular. Yeah,
Yeah. And it felt like an epic. It certainly is epic length.
yeah.
And
Is that a dig?
for me it's a dig. Uh yeah, no, I have some thoughts on the length for sure.
Yeah, it was lengthy. Yeah,
It was lengthy.
the
Yeah, no, it
last
was pretty long.
the last kind of act was like kind of weird,
Yeah, I was
just
like,
random. But
yeah, yeah. Um, but I've watched a lot of long movies lately. So
right,
I'm not digging long movies, but there is a point where it's like, I'm just like, yo, we can
like what are we doing here?
yeah, we can maybe we zap a little life into this thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Maybe we, get the
Put a
doctor
little
involved.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there there was it was that movie felt super basic from a writing standpoint, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
um like two characters per scene and like yeah, super simple setups and everything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um
nothing not it did feel simple in its way. But yeah, no. So what let's dive into, I guess, the story maybe. I mean, I'm trying to think of the direction to go here, but
sure.
like for me,
Well,
I was really into like the first third of it, I'll
yeah,
say. Really liked how it the opening was interesting. At least it was very different. It wasn't what I expected. And then
felt
basically
kind
all the
of
way up till the monster comes alive, I'm like, I was jiving. I
sure.
really liked that. I liked Christoph Waltz's character and yeah,
Mm,
sorry. And the like kind of the usage of that as kind of like showing,
hmm
it kind of felt very modern in its way too. Is like,
sure.
willing to do anything for selfish reasons in a
Right.
lot of ways, and willing to like um to break things and to drop all. I mean, Jurassic Park. That's a very
hmm
Frankenstein-esque
Right.
style story too. Is like, how far are we willing to go
Right.
for science?
Right.
Why aren't we asking these questions? And all of that I really liked. And then, I guess just kind of as soon as the monster kind of plopped in is when I started to like kind of
Lose
just
it.
drift off a little bit.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I guess from like a story standpoint, like, um, I don't know, should we go over what Frankenstein normally is and then what
Del Toro
Guillermo
brought.
at, yeah, like what he
Yeah,
adds
yeah,
to
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Is that like a good way to
Yeah,
approach
I
it?
think so.
Um,
Do you have a lot of info on that? Because I know some things, but I'm not like super detailed in exactly what all the changes are.
yeah, I know what he kind of implements as changes.
Yeah,
Um, maybe just giving an overview on
sure.
the story because I like yeah, I don't know. Obviously, scientist builds a dude. Um,
Scientist builds a dude out of other dudes. Um, and so
yeah,
scientist builds a dude out of other dudes. It comes to life, and uh, and I think in like more of the original, it's much more just like big dumb brute, you
yeah,
know. And just eventually the story usually goes, um, I believe that it goes down into the village, it escapes, it meets a blind man. That's kind of like that's in
mm,
it too. And there's like this like they don't really know exactly who it is, obviously.
uh-huh.
And so this movie does something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the like villagers come and they like run it off. And I don't really know how Frankenstein normally ends, but there
Mm,
certainly isn't like this really deep humanization
sure.
of the monster as this film certainly goes in that direction.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. And then my also understanding is that Christoph Waltz's character was not, that is a creation for the movie.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mia Goth's character and like the young son too are in it.
I don't see, I don't know. Oh
Okay,
shit.
okay,
We might not be the people to talk about this.
okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I also think that those were added, but I
Sure,
might be
sure.
wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think the mother thing too for Victor, I think that was like an added thing.
Oh, makes sense.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and well, like, I don't know, maybe just like echoing what Guillermo talks about in some of his interviews of like Mary Shelley being the author and like kind of this being an allegory of like being a
Mm.
woman and stuff. But also that like Mary Shelley is the like mother figure to like this story,
Mm.
but also like within for a meta context, like the character itself himself too, in some way. And that kind of being a through line within his filmography of like featuring women and like characters, women or their mothers dying or something. Um, like I know Pan's Labyrinth for sure had that.
Yeah.
And like some of some other movies maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm reading a little bit on the Wikipedia, which I should have done beforehand. And actually there's a lot more connection than I realized. It does talk about his mother dying of scarlet fever.
okay.
Um, and
But I guess it's
there
featured more or something. Yeah.
yeah, which makes more sense. And then, yeah, the creature runs away, discovers fire, learns to avoid humans who find him frightening. He finds a hovel attached to a small house, which lets him observe a family while remaining unseen. So that's from the original book, too.
Huh.
Um, as the family teaches their language to a foreigner, the creature also learns to speak and write. He also finds the collection of books. So interesting. So it's almost more like the Universal Monster movie and our general understanding, like same with like vampires and stuff, takes it from those Universal Monster movies, and they just dumb the hell out of Frankenstein for the
Mm.
sake of just like the movie. It sounds like because there's certainly I don't think he's that intelligent
Oh.
in like the
Definitely
OG
not the
movies,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Because you
Um,
think of him as the like, oh,
yeah, there's
yeah, yeah,
no verbiage. Maybe it's like Caesar in Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Maybe he gets a no out or something.
right, right. Or it's like an
Um,
ironic, like, oh, he's actually intelligent kind of a
yeah,
thing.
oh true. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then yeah. And then so it like there's a few just to kind of go through this so that we've got some more context here.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
reveals himself to the family's blind father while he is alone, who treats him with kindness. When the rest of the family return, however, they are horrified. The creature then saves a young girl from drowning, only to be shot by her father, who had
Oh my God.
misunderstood and thought the creature had attacked her.
Oh,
Okay, so all's very similar things. Um, Embittered by humanity, the creature travels to Geneva to confront his creator upon arrival. So that's similar. He encounters Victor's younger brother, William, realizing that William belongs to the same family. The creature kills him, then frames the family's servant, Justine, for his death.
wow.
Victor suspects his creature was responsible, but does not intervene while Justine is tried and executed. Later, while hiking on Mer de Glace, which I'm guessing is a glacier, Victor once more encounters the creature. The creature relays his story and asks Victor to create a female companion, which happens in the movie, which he believes
Oh,
will be his only chance at happiness if Victor consents to this.
oh.
Yeah, no, there's even more, and there is like a North Pole connection too. Um,
Mm.
Victor and his friend Henry leave the European mainland for Britain, where Victor establishes a laboratory in Orkney. While working on the female creature, Victor imagines his creations giving birth and fearfully decides to destroy it.
Oh my God.
Interesting. The original creature issues a warning that he will meet Victor on his wedding night and murders Henry in an act of revenge.
Holy
Victor suffers a
shit.
mental breakdown, returns home, marries Elizabeth, a childhood friend. Fulfilling his threat, the creature murders her on the wedding night.
Oh
Days
my
later,
God.
Victor's father dies of grief. With no remaining family, Victor vows revenge and pursues the creature, and then
Holy
finds the creature in
shit.
the Arctic. All right, last bit here. Um, Chasing the creature across Arctic ice, Victor nearly dies from exhaustion and hypothermia, but is rescued by Captain Robert Walton, which I'm guessing is the
It's the
character in the
dude.
movie,
Yeah.
who's leading an expedition to the North Pole. Victor recounts his story to Walton and encourages the crew to continue their expedition.
Huh.
Instead, they decide to abandon their journey and turn back. Victor vows that he will go on chasing the creature, but in his weakened state, he dies aboard the ship. As the ship leaves the Arctic, the creature comes on board. He mourns Victor's death, tells Walton he plans to burn himself on a pyre, and departs.
The fuck?
Wow. Okay.
Hey, aren't you glad it wasn't longer?
Yeah, yeah. True. They did they did the
They,
things. They kind
yeah,
of did all the things.
they made the like actual property, like the
Yeah.
book. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
And I guess the way he frames it is like, at least the way Guillermo talks about it in
Hmm.
interviews and stuff is like, yeah, we're making the original thing, but we're adding like my twist to it.
Sure.
Like
And
not
and
trying
you
to deviate hard from the story, but like adding my own style to it.
yeah, it definitely yeah, and from reading that, yeah, I mean I
It
think
feels that
he's
way, yeah.
he's spot on with it and then adds
Right.
the certainly adds the flair, adds the time period difference because I don't think there's anything here
Hmm.
that says it was like in the future or anything.
Right, right.
Um, so yeah, because he sticks to that kind of style and
Sure.
dress and everything that he's so so likes.
And it makes
Um,
sense. I don't know, maybe from a science standpoint, like, right? I don't know,
hmm.
in terms of like anatomy and stuff like that,
Oh, true. Yeah, I mean,
you know?
like talk about like when where medicine was and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there had to be a
Um,
little bit more something,
yeah,
a
like
little bit more
grounded.
history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And us being in the future, we have more context to kind of like place that. Yeah.
true. Yeah, like 1818 surgeries.
Yeah.
Those weren't so good. Yeah. Yeah, no
Drink
one's
more
surviving.
alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. Pour it. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, yeah, use oh yeah, oh yeah, he is drinking magnesium. No, not magnesium.
Oh,
What is it?
something.
Well, oh my god, what is the mercury? Mercury.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's taking the mercury, Christoph Waltz's character. Oof.
Oh, yeah, no wonder why.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's awful.
that sounds
People
like not
thought,
that
what
great
was
for
it,
him.
a Chinese emperor or Japanese emperor? Like there was some
Yeah, the
East
fluids.
Asian, yeah, they thought it was the elixir of life, right? And that
Yeah,
it would give them eternal life.
yeah.
Sorry. I mean, if
I
you
mean,
were
in
to
a
look at
way,
it, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
you kind of
They have
like,
lived on. Hey, they're right
eh.
here in me. They never thought this little white boy would know
On
who
this
they were.
Zoom
Kind
podcast.
of no. I don't even remember their name, but their story
Yeah,
lives on. But
yeah,
can you
yeah.
imagine living back then and seeing magnesium or oh my god,
Mercury.
mercury? Like you'd look at
Yeah,
it and be like, that's fucking nuts. That does
yeah.
seem like a magical substance,
I
right?
mean, I want to drink it. Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
It's
Liquid
magical.
nitrogen is kind of like that too, where it's just like, whoa, this is
Yeah,
really awesome.
this seems fun.
Yeah, it's like breaking all the rules that we're so used to.
Right, right, right.
Um, yeah, Mercury is dope. I do
Yeah, because
like
it
Mercury.
moves all weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like almost like a bubble.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very strange.
yeah.
So yeah, it's like how people say like, they look at like lava and they're like, man, that would feel good. Jumping in that would feel good for like a second.
Yeah.
Like just like like that warm, gushy,
If you had like
and
a fireproof thing, yeah, it could be fun. Like a little
uh, maybe, yeah. But I feel like you wouldn't get
cozy.
that satisfaction of like getting enveloped, like that feeling of like whatever that texture is. I don't know. I
Oh, I
think that's
see.
that's kind of what I when
The
I'm
like
hearing people kind of talk
jelliness of
about
it.
that. Yeah, like it's
Yeah,
kind of like jelly.
sure,
Um,
sure, sure.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that could be
I,
fun.
I'm not recommending our listeners jump in lava to
Yeah.
tell me what it feels like. Do not. I don't think you're gonna make it.
Yeah. Just
Uh,
watch those documentaries about that couple.
yes, yes, yeah. I
Yeah.
know, I know which one you're talking about. I'm trying to remember what it had a cutesy title.
One of
Um,
them's Fire My Love.
yeah,
The other one's like something.
yeah.
They're in the in the list.
Oh, day in the list.
Yeah, yeah.
Day in the list. All
As
right.
a double feature.
Okay. All right. It's like, yeah. Once again,
Yeah,
we have too many ideas.
yeah, of course.
There's gonna hopefully we get there.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
We're gonna get there at
we're
some
gonna get there.
point.
I'm not going anywhere.
At some point.
Yeah, exactly. Uh, okay, let's get back on track.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, like, um, I'm just deciding which question to ask.
yeah,
Uh, like, I guess a theme for me in this movie is like creation and control. Um, which I guess is like a part of the Frankenstein sort of like lore. But it's interesting like how this movie frames their relationship, like Victor Frankenstein and this and the monster.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think there's like a weird kind of relation to today, I guess, in terms of like not being able to control or something what
yeah,
we've created, stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah. The this kind of runaway train idea. And I mean, certainly we live in like a tech apocalypse, or at
Yeah.
least are
At least
quickly heading in
we
that
do.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And uh there's definitely like a hey, you know, either deal with it or get left behind.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's like the mentality of all of these freaks.
Yeah.
And also just like a complete disregard for humanity and the
Yeah.
importance of what being a human has meant and should mean and
Right.
does mean. And what we can uniquely bring. Like it's not we're yeah, no, I mean this is this
Preach.
is yeah, exactly.
Hallelujah. Sorry.
um rise up, rise up, my humans.
Yeah.
um but yeah, no, I it feels very pertinent
Yeah.
and important to like look at these things. And I think it's one reason I really like Jurassic Park, is because it has that like that same style of thing where it's just like, oh, we just, you know, we made all this tech and dealing with like these really like what it actually means to do these things. And you have to ask these questions
Yeah.
about like, should we? And I forget what the line is, but like, you never asked, you asked if you could, you never asked if you should.
Mm.
And that's definitely like the Frankenstein story and our thing too, because also there's this fear in society of like, hey, if I don't come up with it, someone else is. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm going to do it. I'm
And
going to
like,
step on everyone to get there.
right.
Yeah,
And I don't know, there's just like, yeah, I don't know, there's like a weird irony of like, oh, if someone's gonna do it, it might as well be someone good or someone ethical or something.
yeah,
And that just
yeah.
seems like kind of a backwards thing. Because back to the like, I feel like this is all just like Pandora's jar or whatever, where it's like
Box.
Pandora's box, sorry.
Pandora's jar, though.
It's jar, right? Like
I mean, it is a box.
it's a box. Yeah,
It is
because
a
like
box.
I don't know, just this the temptation of like, oh, we can do this, and it's like pushing that button, you know?
Yeah,
But as soon as you open it, you can't like shut it back again, and it definitely feels like we're like the box has been breached, you
yeah.
know? Um,
Another great analogy is like putting toothpaste back in the tube. Like
yeah, yeah,
I've always felt like that's a good way to put a lot of these things too. Is like all of a
right.
sudden you just like you do it and it's like, oh no, you just
Yeah,
started
just made a
something.
fucking mess. Yeah,
Yeah, and there's no we can't go back now.
yeah,
Now we have to like destroy everything
yeah.
almost to stop. Like,
Burn
yeah,
it all down. Yeah.
yeah,
Because, like, I don't know. To me, there is a general irony about, like, even like, Jurassic Park is a great example within this, too. Because, like, this movie is warning about this particular thing, right? Like, science and technology going too far and us not being able to, or us trying to usurp nature in some sort of way as well.
yeah,
And using money and like hubris to kind of like do those things. And like people's responsibility within like creating this, and maybe there is like some sort of like Oppenheimer-esque like
ooh,
guilt or
yeah, that's a good way to
shame
put it
to
too.
it, you
Sure,
know?
sure, yeah.
Of like going like, oh shit, what did I just do kind of a thing.
Yeah,
Um,
Oppenheimer is such a great, yeah, that's perfectly
you
the
know?
what I was trying to get across too. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like, and then, well, like specifically with Jurassic Park and Frankenstein, it's like, uh, that's the message of the movie, and yet we're like making Jurassic World 3,
Yes.
you know, like with all these
Jurassic
things.
World 4. We made Jurassic World
Jurassic
4 and now they're
World
going on a 5.
4. You know, it's like almost seems like the antithesis of what the movie is almost like saying in a way,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
with technology and its effect on like our lives and like whatever, and
Yeah.
trying to like have control over this thing for money and hubris and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so like with Frankenstein specifically, like Guillermo has talked a lot about like speaking out against Gen AI and like being very practical and like tactile.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know, I just feel I have like a pretty big issue with him working with Netflix. Um,
Yeah.
just like from an
Giant
ethical
tech company that is willing to destroy like they
bidding on
if it made
Sora.
them Yeah, yeah, exactly. If they could, and they are exactly.
Yeah,
If they could destroy movies to make a buck, they
they
would
would happily do that. Yeah,
happily do that. They don't give a flying fuck
yeah.
at all.
What,
Um,
yeah, they
yeah,
they kind of
exactly.
thrive off of this idea of disrupting, and it's really just like
Yes.
fucking with everything,
Yeah.
in not particularly great ways. And so, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think there is an irony with the way Guillermo is like presenting this movie and like its ideas and stuff, and it not really following through in a real world sense, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
So here's two things. One, there is some like almost like bravery, I guess you could say, in Guillermo del Toro going out and being so against
Outspoken.
AI, and
Yeah, yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
is like footing the bill on all these things. That's a good thing.
Sure, sure.
If you're still going to do it, at least also be a proponent um against it. And also Guillermo del Toro is just a like something I really, even though like genuinely I'm coming more and more, I'm like realizing like I think his movies really just aren't for me. Like I just don't enjoy them that much.
Sure, sure.
But as a filmmaker and an understander of films and just hearing like his conversations with other directors,
Uh-huh.
like I love
He's
where
awesome.
he's coming from. Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
so great. And so I have so much respect for the individual.
Yeah.
So two, there is
You're gonna
this
talk shit.
Frank, no, I'm about to throw I'm about to throw something
Oh,
good, I
okay, okay,
think,
okay, okay.
where I think the story of Frankenstein in a way is the opposite of all these things we're saying. And I came out with this as you were talking,
What do you mean?
because the Frankenstein creates a human, and as soon as he realizes like that he's gone too far, he decides to destroy it.
Uh-huh.
That does not happen today. That does not happen in any of these things. If the AI people came up with
Uh,
human intelligence and a human alternative, they would take it. Um,
sure, sure,
and so
sure.
there is definitely even in this like a going too far, but like it is, I think in the end teaching the right lesson that at least I think both of us
Sure,
advocate for, which
sure,
is
sure, sure.
like, even though it's still there's it's playing all these things, the movie doesn't really present that as like
Mm,
Victor is the good guy for doing that. Like, because the good thing to do, I think that the movie's trying to say, like the story kind of says, is like, hey, give the monster a chance, like it's human
okay.
just like you. But
But
in
then,
reality, he
okay.
yeah, he has defied humanity,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
it's like sickening, and it's wrong on every level.
Sure,
Um, and he decides that he should kill it basically and
right.
destroy it or burn it and all of those things. And so, maybe Victor was right all along.
But like, okay, like in
I
just
gave a lot.
for, yeah, no, like for like, okay. Um, I have multiple prongs.
Please, please, please. Yeah, just think out loud.
Yeah, yeah, because I feel like the irony for me, or like where Guillermo maybe, I don't know if I'm asking for too much or whatever, but like, um, yeah, like for one, I feel like if he's gonna be outspoken about AI, like should be calling out Netflix itself, in a lot of
Yeah,
ways. And being like, you shouldn't be doing, like, you directly shouldn't be doing this, like in the interviews and whatever.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. Because I guess, okay, yeah. For me, it just feels really performative. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I am against AI and like just kind of being the spokesperson for it. Great, yeah, brave, but then like you're still working for the outfit. Like,
I mean, it is true, and it made them money. Like
yeah,
they're
like
not doing this for nothing.
I don't
Like they're
understand
not doing it
how.
for the love of the game.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's like helping the cause, like in
Yeah,
any way. And then like on top of that, the movie looks like kind of like slop, in my
it
opinion.
does.
In comparison to like what he normally makes. Like you look at Pan's Labyrinth or Devil's
Oh yeah,
Backbone or Kronos, it's like, dude, that's so real. Like
Yeah.
I can touch that. Like there's
Yeah,
so
there's so much CGI in this,
yeah,
and
and it's not hidden
it's
anymore.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like all the wolves and stuff, like it just doesn't look good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not saying add actual wolves or anything. I think what you do as a filmmaker, and oh my God, I feel sick trying to tell Guillermo del Toro what to do, but
Right. But it's like
I'm just saying, like, shoot
in
it differently.
general.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
I don't
you
know.
don't need to like have these act. You don't have to like have an action scene with this, and it's just I don't know. I think
It looked like Nosferatu.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Nosferatu felt a
Better.
lot better. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it feels like Nosferatu hid things.
More. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just and was just more like almost more cramped. Where like
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro made an epic, like it
Yeah.
felt like it
Everything's
was big.
fucking big and yeah.
Yeah, and obviously so many like I don't like wide angles, like
Mhm.
everything's like big.
Right.
It's really showing scope and everything, even in the small spaces.
Right. Right.
So you're limited. I mean, the lab was really cool. Like I
Right.
really like that. I love that
The
thing
pit.
that goes, yeah, the pit. Like
Yeah.
there was a lot about that that was really cool and a lot of really physical. And that's why up until like the monster, I like really liked.
Sure, a lot of the stuff.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
the
because it,
ship was cool. Yeah.
yeah, because it felt very grounded. It still
Yeah, yeah.
felt, and then it starts to just get kind of wild with it, I
Yeah,
guess.
it felt like animated a lot of the times.
Yeah, totally.
Like in a bad way, yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you have any other? I've got another thing to throw at you.
Yeah, and then so like the last thing that you said.
The when I was talking about, well, I was talking about the
Oh,
monster
hit
or
the message of the story.
yes,
Like if you're using that angle, then applying that to today is asking us to humanize like AI.
true.
Yeah, anyways, I don't know if that's like what he's intending to say or whatever, but
You're
like
talking about if we take the movie's morals and apply
yeah,
it to
yeah, yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. No, truly, if you want to do that, yeah, it's like saying like if you create the AI
You're
human,
basically creating a new like class of people.
yeah,
Yeah.
and do
Or
we?
something or but
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And then we get into the Matrix where it's like shit's
Oh
gonna
my
go
God.
crazy because like
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
start like just well,
I mean,
do robots get rights? And now we're getting all these things,
right.
and
Yeah, well,
yeah.
that's the slippery slope, I feel like, of the thing is like we're gonna have those conversations at some point.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah, yeah.
uh it's interesting. I've got a lot of like thoughts on AI, obviously, and especially living in the Bay. Like I think we're so bombarded by it and are
Right,
surrounded by these people.
right.
But I think we're also so close to that, but also it might not happen
Yeah.
because
I
there's
mean,
a lot of
there's a lot of
logistical,
yeah.
like it has
Well,
to keep going at the same rate, but I
right.
don't think that's
It's a lot of
even,
ifs. It's a
yeah,
lot of ifs.
exactly. Yeah, which is why
Yeah.
they call it a bubble, folks.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about the dude
No.
that did you read I read this thing that the guy who did The Big Short, the
Oh
like
yeah.
real person guy,
Oh sure. Oh
um,
yeah.
he is shorting the AI bubble right now.
Nice. Oh, we love
Uh,
that.
so yeah, if that means anything,
Yeah. When the freaks come out, you know that
there's
shit's
something.
about to go crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it is the most obvious thing that we're seeing. Like it's
yeah.
like, and now,
It's so big.
OpenAI is asking for like the government to be ready to foot the bill if they go bankrupt. Like we're in this, yeah, we're in this point where it's like
No.
they're basically like, hey, we don't see the off ramp here or the on ramp, and we need to know like we can do anything we want and not have to worry about
Fuck,
consequences. um
fuck.
and it's just
We've
like,
reached that point.
God, I just hate that this is what we're spending all of our energy on, like we could
Literally,
be doing so many cooler shit,
literally.
and we're doing this. Really,
Yeah,
we're kids get to cheat on their tests,
yeah.
and the dumbest people are making videos and shit with this stuff, and like,
They're
and it's
saying
just like degrading everything. Ugh.
students are using AI to write their essays, and
Yeah,
then teachers are using AI to grade their essays.
yeah. Like what we're just going to sleepwalk through life now.
Just
Um
feedback loop into itself.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's a
I
nightmare.
I really I it feels like such a divisive thing nowadays because like I for me I would kind of say repulsed by the idea of like using AI for like
Yeah,
almost anything. Um at least generative AI
yeah.
specifically. Like the tools I think are cool, but like people talking about like, oh, you should just learn how to use Chat GPT because like that's gonna be the future, you know? It's like the new internet or whatever.
Yeah, they're like you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah, yeah, like
Yeah,
that whole progress thing that you were
yeah.
talking about. Yeah, it definitely feels like a conversation point.
There
Like yeah, I've just had people be like, "Oh, that's interesting that you don't use ChatGPT." And I'm
yeah.
like, "What do you mean?" Like,
I was on a shoot and someone was saying, and they were younger,
yeah.
probably younger than you too, and they were
Hmm.
saying like, "Oh yeah, I use it for everything. I used to write every one of my emails." He even talked
Crazy.
about how he was like doing gaffing or whatever, and he was like saying like, "Oh yeah, I asked it like if I like how it would set up this shot, and it
Uh,
was pretty close to doing what I would do." And it was just like, what are we?
like,
What is this extra? Like, so you're going to get to a point where you don't even think for yourself and you just are
yeah,
the hands for the robot, like,
right.
and you don't think. And so there's this term that's going to become, I imagine, even more popular called cognitive offloading, which is what this is, which is just
A
like,
cog off.
yeah, yeah, you're getting your cog off. Um, and so cog offing,
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like you start to lose it. I have a really good example. So I was using ChatGPT a lot for my Dungeons and Dragons campaign.
Sure, yeah.
I was
Okay.
doing my own for a while and I ran my first one and I used it a little bit kind of at the start of it. This was a few years ago when it
Uh-huh.
was kind of like really limited. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And then things kind of got a little busy. We were doing like the second part of it. And I was like, I'm going to kind of lean into it a little more. Maybe it can like really come up with some of this stuff and make it so I don't have to prep as much.
Yeah.
It came up with so much and all of this. And then all of a sudden I wasn't thinking anymore. So the sessions would
Yeah.
come, and anyone that knows, like I was the dungeon master. So I'm coming up with all these characters and voices, and they ask me questions, and I'm like, I got to keep all these things. I no longer had
Think.
an, yeah, I no longer have anything anymore because now I'm just like forced even like it, and it's not even fast enough for me to like ask the AI, like, hey, what would you do if a character is going to do this? No, that's up to me. But I no
Right.
longer had any of that stuff in my mind because an AI created it. Like I
Uh,
don't even have like you have to
story.
just exactly it's gone now.
Yeah.
I've lost it. It's no longer in my head, it's somewhere else and I can't access it. And
Mm,
it's so I lost my like um my creative storytelling ability,
right.
which is just an awful thing to like what's the point of doing
Poison.
that anymore. And
Yeah.
I'm like very much against that sort of thing now on a personal level because I'm just like I'm just yeah, like what's the point of even like spending time with my friends and playing this game
Right.
if I'm just like parroting what a program is saying.
Right.
um like I see no benefit in that.
Right.
And you can apply that all the way down to all sorts of things, screenwriting for example. Like it's
Right.
still like can't like make a screenplay top to bottom. That will happen though. Like
Yeah.
it will get to that point.
But people will do the same thing that you did for D&D with like
Yeah,
stories. It's
yeah.
like, hey, I have this scene. How do I transition
How
to
do I
the
get
next?
out of this scene?
Yeah.
Like that's the classic thing. And there was some guy on CNN or MSNBC or something like that, or somewhere asked the writer showrunner of The Wire, basically
Yeah.
like, "Hey, did you see this?" And basically was like,
I know,
"Hey,
shoot myself.
wouldn't it have been great? Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't it have been great if you had this?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"No, what the fuck?"
Sounds
Like,
fucking awful.
yeah, exactly, because you're taking away what's enjoyable about it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the most like it's also like the easiest part too is the
Yeah.
ideas.
Right.
Like to get rid of that, now you're just like left with the hard shit. Like that
Yeah.
also
Like to
sucks.
actually do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like it
Yeah,
just doesn't make sense.
that's the whole thing for me, like at a principal level. It's like
Yeah.
coming up with the ideas and figuring it out, like that I actually enjoy. Like I
Yeah,
like
that's the
that
fun
process.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like once you come up with something, it's like that's like one of the best feelings kind of is fault
Yeah,
coming into an idea. So,
yeah,
um, yeah,
and
to
it,
like kind of outsource that kind of thing it just seems so crazy to me. And like I
yes,
don't see any usage case of like, oh yeah, that like makes sense. Like that would make my life easier. Because it's like I would just want to do it myself in some sort of way, like
yeah,
and figure it out instead of like letting something else do it. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
How the
It's
fuck do we
fucked
get
up.
here?
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean that I think like this
Yeah.
Frankenstein's like the perfect thing for this time in a way,
Right,
and
right,
the
right.
way Guillermo is going out and saying "fuck AI" and all of these things, like
Right.
it's
I
it
mean,
is of the time.
we're
Yeah,
talking
and
about it, yeah.
yeah, and I honestly I would imagine Del Toro thinks a lot of the same things that we do about like and what a lot of creatives think about AI. So
Right, right.
it is just an interesting thing. There's so much, and naturally, everything is full of contradictions.
Yeah,
This is too. Um,
sure.
and so we're kind of left with,
I'm a
uh,
walking
yeah,
contradiction. Da,
addiction.
da, da, da.
I
Yeah,
actually don't even know what that song is.
the
What
Green
do you
Day
know what it
song.
is?
It's
Green
like
Day?
deep cut Green Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Nice.
From,
I
yeah.
like I like 90s Green Day.
Yeah, and
Like
like
some of those
90s Green Day.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, there's some fun ones there. I
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
It's called
But also
Walking.
I was a son of like Boulevard of Broken American Idiot. Like
Oh,
that was
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
perfectly like
Son of
my
Jesus from
era.
Suburbia. Yeah.
Yeah, naturally. Like my video iPod
Yeah.
era.
Yeah, I definitely grew up. I was like in third grade when that came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um
good.
yeah.
But I like
So
their early stuff. They have that like grant the super hits, the international super hits album.
mm,
It's like a
mm.
compilation of their greatest hits from the 90s.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Brain Stew, right? That's
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
Brain
yeah, yeah.
Stew,
Yeah, like
Dookie,
yeah, those
Warning.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are a lot of fun. And I really have enjoyed the game Rock Band. And like
Oh,
I liked
nice.
Rock Band and Guitar Hero, and like Rock Band has a lot of those like early Green Day stuff, and it's fun.
Yeah. I had like a DVD of like all their music videos
Oh, cool.
from the 90s like
Cool.
compilation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You before was it before Begonia? I think it was. They were playing a Green Day. I watched at the Alamo Draft House, and they like have like a. They don't do, or do
Oh
they
yeah.
do
They have like
trailers? I
no,
think they
they have
do
like weird
trailers, but
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, they've got kind of weird stuff beforehand that you kind of like don't know why it's relevant until you watch the movie, and it's like, oh,
Right.
I understand why they put that in.
Sure, sure.
Um, and that there was like a Green Day song in the movie, and also
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, they're great. They definitely speak on a lot of like anti-establishment and like
yeah,
revolutionary things. Yeah.
yeah. I respect the brothers. I used to think they were British for the longest time.
Well, they lived in the UK for a little
Oh,
bit.
did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 21 after I think American Idiot, I think is
Hmm.
the thing. One of
Oh,
the
interesting.
later albums, yeah.
Yeah. They just look, I guess they kind of carry the punk era that was like very British
Yeah.
a little bit, that aesthetic.
I call them the pop punk Beatles.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, definitely just from looking at them, like it kind of just feels like
They were
that too.
huge. They
Yeah.
were really, really big
Yeah.
at a certain point, and we're kind of rock stars. Crazy. They were like right here, like right.
Oh, really?
They grew up in Berkeley and Oakland, and
What? Well, I didn't know
they
that.
played at the Gilman.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
That's cool.
they're a local band.
Oh shit. Well then I guess I gotta throw a little more respect
Yeah,
on their name.
yeah,
Luckily
yeah.
I didn't say anything bad.
I mean,
I've
yeah.
got nothing bad to say. I'm not I am no music critic, that's for sure. I enjoy
I
a lot
see.
of music. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love music. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the most generic take ever. I like music. It's so
I love
good.
music.
I
Yeah.
love music.
Y'all should, I highly recommend. Highly
You'd
recommend.
recommend music.
I recommend music.
You'd recommend
Like,
music?
I don't know if a
That's a
lot of
hot
people,
take.
I don't know if a lot of people like realize or
Yeah.
like understand what it can do for you,
Yeah.
but like
You know,
music,
I'm
dude,
gonna say,
music,
yeah.
wow.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and say no music.
No music. I mean, no
I say
music's
music is
cool too.
bad.
Yeah. I mean, music is bad, generally speaking.
Whoa. Okay, now we're getting into it.
Today's music, I, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not qualified to say anything. I feel like because I it's funny to like to think I have the the words to think critically about films. I
Sure.
don't have that for music, which is always
Mm,
so interesting. Like I couldn't tell you why I like something, why I don't. I think that's what, a lot of the
mm,
population, how they feel about movies too, is like, I don't know if they can
uh,
really, like, there's some really basic words that people know that they
sure.
say, like, oh, I didn't like their acting, or,
Right.
this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, that's not actually what you didn't like, but
Right.
that's how it makes sense to you. And I feel like that would be me trying to talk about music sometimes. Like, yeah, I
Sure.
didn't really like that because of the sound.
It's too slow. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
something like
exactly.
that.
Like I
Yeah,
didn't, yeah, it's just the way it sounded. It's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think to ask someone to think like critically about like a movie, like
It's
why,
probably super similar.
yeah, exactly. So I'm in that music thing, but I do like
Yeah.
I can appreciate all genres.
Sure.
I'm not,
Sure.
I'm no, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Quincy Jones has a quote of there's only two genres of music, good music and bad music.
Okay. Damn.
But I think it's just like, what you enjoy and what you don't. And
Yeah,
what's
that
good
I
to you,
mean,
it's not,
that seems like a cheap answer, but I would agree with it
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
because
it's
I
like a subjective or
yeah,
whatever,
feels
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Can movies is movie
I feel
movies
like
that
it
too?
I feel like it's just that's just life. Like
Yeah.
if you like it, if you don't, it's not never like
Yeah. It's like your favorite color like
categorizable.
makes no sense. I can't tell you why
Yeah,
my favorite color is green.
right.
Why my second favorite color is yellow. What?
Okay.
I don't
Uh,
know. I
I
what do you want
mean,
me to say?
yeah, I guess
I
there's
have
like
nothing.
a colorologist reading to it.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I don't know why. I like plants.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something about, I love the green color of a leaf.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's like the difference between like um just like knowing what you enjoy and or like the kind of how do I say this of like that like knowing what you like but not really understanding why you like it and then like after a while you kind of get more into like understanding the nuances of things like
Yeah.
I think a lot about um like I guess in film but like in like wine tasting or in food like you know what tastes good to you and like what you
Oh,
enjoy.
totally.
But then to
Yes.
say like, oh, I like that because there's a nutmeg hint on top of like this other flavor that's happening, and then like the juices really
Totally.
complement like all this other stuff. Like to get that kind of level of like description and stuff of like why you like those things, I think
Yeah.
is like kind of what the thing that's missing from life. I feel like that is the passion of life, right? Is like
Yeah.
understanding your just understanding life a lot more deeply um
Yeah.
from just like an I guess knowledge standpoint but just like for you like kind of being able to talk about certain things and like oh that's why that seems cool to me is
Yeah.
because it has this style in it and yeah I don't know.
Do you think there's a benefit in being kind of ignorant to it?
I mean, ignorance is bliss. I think there's some
Yeah.
value in that kind of statement, but I don't know. I feel like you get more out of life when you're um like more entrenched in like
Yeah.
the descriptors,
Hmm.
into why you are having that experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like ignorance kind of can feel empty, I don't know, maybe that's just my kind of misunderstanding of it, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I just feel like I don't understand why people don't like want more.
Want to understand.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I definitely like understand like from a political, like the politics of the world, like why people wouldn't want to pay attention to that. Like
Sure.
there's some there, and like to and maybe that's something different, but there's also like, yeah, sometimes I look at like people that watch movies and don't
Engage with it.
understand, I
Yeah.
guess, in a lot of ways. It's like, damn, that's an I do like I
Missed
kind of wish sometimes
opportunity.
like I could sit in it and be like,
Yeah.
man, I wish I could enjoy Jurassic World Rebirth. But then
Right, right.
I think I'm like, do like
Like, do
to
you
because
want
the thing
that?
is like there's that side, but then like am I going to like Paris, Texas if I'm like that,
Mm,
like, and
right,
I would never sacrifice like liking Yee Yee or Paris, Texas or Twin Peaks
right,
or Tarkovsky films in
right.
exchange for enjoying Jurassic World Rebirth, like,
Right,
so, and sometimes it feels like it's like you got to pick and choose a little bit.
right.
And yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like, that's where it feels like film has such a dual, like, mentality, or like
Mm-hmm.
that kind of schizophrenia thing of like,
Mm,
you kind of have to shut off one side of the brain when you're watching like one type of movie, and it's
yeah.
hard for that to kind of like cross over into each other,
Yeah.
because yeah, it just seems like every time I watch a new movie, it feels like a completely different like language
Yeah.
than like when we go to the Bantha.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like the conversations I have with people about movies are always about like this popular thing that I typically find terrible, but like now I have to have a conversation about it because that's what people are watching.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I just get it's like kind of I guess there's it just feels like a battle like a lot of the
Yes.
times between
Yeah.
these two things. Yeah. Um and I guess bringing it back to Frankenstein, like was hoping for this one movie and it felt like I got a Jurassic World. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, like I got kind of misled. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just it felt like there was so much more, but
Yeah.
I don't
I don't
want
know.
more. Like
Like,
it's
yeah.
and I'm like, we're talking about like these people that don't understand. Like I don't even understand exactly like what I'm going off a feeling here. And for
Sure.
me, it was just like it was like, what would this movie be like at 90 minutes? Like it might be the most
Right.
awesome movie ever made.
Right.
Like we,
And maybe
yeah,
that appeals to people's like attention span too. Like if the story's moving
maybe,
faster or something. I don't know.
yeah.
That sounds fucking awful that I just said that,
I
but
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 we
there's some
talk about the
truth to
power.
that.
Yeah, we talk about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
power of the 85 to 90 minute
Right, right,
film. Like there's something to that, and to just
right.
keeping things moving, because that's like in so many ways it's like the perfect length for telling
Francis
some
Ha.
amazing stories. Yeah, I mean it's just like you're in, you're out, and
Yeah.
you know
Things are
at the
just moving.
they don't
Yeah,
stop. Yeah, but
yeah.
then you get Sound of Music, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Totally
want.
warrants.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want more. Like I want. I didn't. I wanted. I was expecting more
Like
movie.
10-hour movie,
Yeah,
please.
exactly. Yes. So nothing makes sense. Everything's a contradiction.
Sure, sure,
Just like
yeah.
this movie, it's the production of it, the people
Woo.
behind it, the presentation, the actual film. It's all a contradiction, folks. The contradiction of Frankenstein.
Yeah, wow, it's great. And close.
Yes. um. Yeah.
No, I
I
think
mean,
that's a great
yeah.
ending point,
Yeah.
of like this kind of grand conversation and this very epic movie of like um, we don't really have control over these things in some
Yeah.
regard, and the only thing that we have control is being human.
Yes.
Yeah. And like staying true to that. And I think
Yeah.
Guillermo has and always will like stand for that,
Yes.
which you can always like applaud. And I think, it definitely comes out in the movie for sure.
Yeah. And I will, out of respect for the man and respect for that idea, I'll always be seated.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course. I will still
exactly. Like
watch this movie.
I will still be there, Mr. Del
Yeah,
Toro. So
a loyal fan.
I am
Yeah.
loyal, and I don't need to like every instance or anything you do. Certainly, you wouldn't
Right.
like everything I do,
Right,
uh,
right, right,
and
right.
that's okay. But I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, true.
Talk about
All
contradiction.
praise.
Yeah,
Yeah, contradictions. I mean, you have to kind of accept both both of these things, and
yeah,
feel both of them kind of deeply, you know.
Yeah.
That's the metamodernism
Whoa.
of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. I think that's it,
All right. Signing off.
folks. Signing off. I'll see you next time.
Sayonara.
That's a wrap. Bye bye. Wind Reel and Print is a podcast by Salad Brain Productions.
You can find us on Instagram at Wind Reel and Print Pod.
You can also find us wherever you get your podcasts.
And please, if you like the show, leave a rating and review.
We'll see you next time.